1X is the best killer in the game. He's the only viable killer. Speaking of which, we got a 1X. But most of the people in this game are just kind of bad, to be honest. Now, I haven't played as everybody, but this will just be my own personal ranking. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So I just started playing Guess1337, and he's pretty good. Better than most survivors in the game. For example, his block ability, it's really useful, especially when you land it. It's just so satisfying to block and then just punch the killer right in his face, man. It's really fun. His charge move is pretty good, especially if you just need to create space or just help other survivors get away from the killer. And yeah, that's about it for Guess. I mean, he's pretty fun all around. He's pretty good too. Skin is pretty fire too. He has an invincible skin, so he's automatically the best survivor in the game by far. But yeah, he's the best. I mean, he's not the best, but he's pretty good. Now, Taff is pretty. I mean, Taff isn't the best killer in the game. I'm tripping. Okay, so Taff is not the best survivor in the game, right? And they're not the most fun to play either. Because they only really have two moves. Tripwire, which just slows the killer, and subspace trip mine, I think it's called. And yeah, they're pretty good, but because it just blinds the killer fully and just puts it makes them look at the sky. And yeah, they only have 100 health, 100 stamina. They're not the best survivor. I wouldn't really say they're good, but if you're a good Taff, you can definitely be annoying. Taff was the first survivor I bought. My friend actually introduced me to the game, and he just wanted to get the white pumpkin skin, so he told me to buy Taff. And for that, Taff does hold a special place in my heart. I don't play them a lot, but they're pretty fun to play, you know? They are pretty fun. I wouldn't say they're good per se. They're alright, though. They're pretty alright. Yeah, that's about it. Jason, Slasher, whatever you guys call him. I've seen some monster Jasons out there, people that are just actually cracked at playing Jason. I cannot wrap my head around how to play Jason, because every time I play Jason, I cannot catch up to the survivors. I barely can hit the survivors. If anything, I'll get one kill. I can just barely do anything as Jason, and I don't know why. They say his hitboxes are huge, and I'm not seeing the vision, because every time I play Jason, I cannot hit anything. The head never seems to hit for me. Maybe I use it wrong. Gashing wound, right, is almost never useful unless you catch somebody off guard, which is kind of rare. Raging pace, I don't see why you'd ever use it, considering it slows you down. Sure, it doesn't take stamina and let your stamina recharge, but at the point that your stamina is all recharged, the survivor's gonna be all the way across the map after you're done using Raging Pace. I don't get how you use Raging Pace for slash stuff, because it doesn't really go that far. The head either. Raging Pace Gashing Wound does 80 damage, I'm pretty sure, but it's way too hard to hit a Gashing Wound unless you get a Shaletsky that just missed something, right? And for goodness sake, I don't know if it's because I'm a 1X main. I didn't even know how to play Jason whenever I first started the game. I still don't know how to play Jason, and I played Forsaken for a long while. I get you have to stamina manage and stuff, and apparently he's the fastest killer. If he's the fastest killer, why can I not ever catch up to anybody? That's what I want to know. They either need to give him more stamina or like just longer range or something, bro. Because the big hitboxes, quote unquote big hitboxes, just do not account for anything in Jason's moveset, man. And I know I'm most likely wrong. I most likely just don't know how to play Jason, if I'm being honest. But in my opinion, Jason is the worst killer in the game, behind Noli. And I'll get to Noli, because Noli is pretty bad. I'm sad I spent all my money on Noli. Yeah, I mean, that's really about it for Jason. Almost, yeah. I just don't really like him. If you do, it's fine. I'm just saying, I respect you, Milestone 4 Jasons out here, because y'all, respect, but hey, that's about it.
Get up close to people. You know why? Because you have stamina manage. But his stamina is so bad. You can't even get up close to people. You can't play as Jason. How do people play as this character? Please, let me know.
Okay, so Chance, right? I have mixed opinions on Chance. You see, sometimes he's very good, you know. I really like Chance's design, especially his skins. They really are just nice. Like, especially the one on screen, the MLG Chance. Yeah, it was pretty easy to get to, and it's also just a really decent skin. Now, the gambling feature, basically, the let's go gambling feature in this game, it's pretty fun because you're always on edge to see what happens. But it does get a bit annoying whenever you get like 5 weaknesses in a row and you still haven't got a single one shot for your gun. Reroll is like, Reroll is just, this whole character is just a gambler, okay, man? Reroll is either you get good luck and you heal, or you get bad luck and you get less health. The gun, unless you have 3 charges, it just sometimes won't fire, or it will just explode in your face. Hat Fix takes away your weakness. Yes, he is pretty fun to play because he's really just gambling. So, you know what? If you're a gambler and you want to play Forsaken, buy Chance. That's all I have to say. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, so 2-time. Now, 2-time's whole gimmick is that, well, yeah, he can respawn 2 times. So you place down Ritual, his ability Ritual, then you have to either get 3 front stabs or 2 back stabs. Now, that's the whole gimmick with 2-time, right? His backstab stuns the killer if you successfully hit it. It's not hard to hit it, but you actually do need to be behind the killer to hit it. Sometimes the hitboxes can be a bit clanky in this game, as we all know. They're just kind of bad and also BS, but yeah, Dagger just gives you Oblation. So Oblation is basically the thing you need to respawn. So after you get Oblation from either getting 2 backstabs or 3 front stabs, you'll respawn at where you put your ritual at. Now, if it's last man standing, that means that you will just basically respawn and you'll just get like speed boost.
Sing, 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 sing!
Shiletsky. Either he's the best survivor in your lobby, or he's the worst survivor in your lobby. There's really no in between with this character. And if you're a good Shiletsky and you know what you're doing, you can be very lethal. His slash ability isn't hard to hit, but you actually need to kind of think to hit it. Fried chicken just heals you. It takes a little bit to like pop. And like, yeah, that's basically just all of Shiletsky. And to be honest, he's not bad, alright? I don't really play him, but whenever I first started Forsaken, he was free for some people whenever they started. I think they patched it in like an update. But yeah, Shaletsky actually isn't half bad, but whenever you're playing killer and you just see a Shaletsky horribly miss a sword, it's the most funniest thing ever. But yeah, that's about it for Shaletsky. So yeah, that's about it. So Noob is the first survivor you get. I mean, I think it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure the first survivor you get. I mean, not for me, because, like, before they're moved free, Shaletsky and, Elliot. I don't know if Elliot's actually still free, I just know Shaletsky isn't anymore. But ever since they removed that, yeah, Noob is the first survivor you get. And for being the first survivor, he actually isn't that bad. In Last Man Standing, he can easily outrun the killer. Bloxy Cola takes like 10 centuries to pop. If I was Noob, I would just like chug that thing. Because you know what? If I'm in a life or death scenario like this, I would go and chug that thing up immediately. But that's just me. Not Ghost Potion. Slate Skin can also be really useful just to block damage, because you know what? If the killer's right next to you, pop the Slate Skin Potion and you'll just be good. Also, if you just have like a couple, like 6 seconds left on the board in Last Man Standing, you can just pop Slate Skin and just win. You don't even have to do anything. Ghost Burger is just alright. I mean, if the killer slips up and doesn't see you, you can get away. And Roxy Cola is just pretty good in general. Takes a little bit to pop, but yeah, the speed is actually really useful. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about Noob. He's just a really good survivor in general. I don't really play him a lot, but if you do play him, I have respect for you because he's pretty good. Yeah, that's about it. Now, 007 in 7. He really doesn't do much. I get that's kind of the point of the survivor, of these types of survivors, just to survive. Then again, his arsenal is actually pretty decent. So, clone. It sends out a clone of you and you go invisible for a couple seconds. If it can be pretty good with some with some exceptions. If a killer doesn't know what they're doing and they just see you running because they're not paying attention, you could easily lose them. Also, around corners that killers cannot see through. So if you turn a corner and put down a clone and they just go somewhere, the killer could potentially fall for that clone. And if they do, it's going to be hilarious first. And yeah, just gotta wait. Like, pretty easy. Now, cool gun, cool guy, however you pronounce that, the ability, it's really not the best, right? You can teleport with it, it takes a while to pop, so you can't really use it in like tense scenarios. If you see a killer coming towards you and they're not really there but coming your direction, you can use it to get away, and it is kind of effective, right? And then inject just helps you decide where the your clone goes. So yeah, that's about it. Ah yes, 1X. My main, arguably the best killer in the game. The best killer in the game. Now, he's better than Jason, he's better than Cool Kid, he's better than Noli. I haven't played John Doe. Cool Kid is an exception because he's alright, but I'm gonna be honest. 1X is the only killer. 1X is my main, right? And because he's my main, and he's my main because he's just good. Like, his abilities are just actually just amazing in general. Slash does like a decent amount of damage. I don't know how much damage it does. Sure, he is the slowest killer in the game. His abilities make up for that. Entanglement just stops them in their tracks, and it's not that hard to aim, right? Mass Infection does a lot of damage if you can just hit it, and it's not that hard. Unstable Eye gives you the location of every survivor on the map and gives you a speed boost. And to be honest, it doesn't really blind you that much, so you can really just go to the survivors. It just gives you a speed boost. Sure, it gives you blindness. You can still basically see everything, especially with the survivors outline, so you know where the survivor's going either way. And to be honest, I barely lose games as 1X because he's just such a good killer, man. And I know people, it's basically just preferences, but as soon as I got on 1X, I was just cooking, man. I really just stopped playing Jason because it just wasn't worth it. But that's my opinion, of course. If you like Jason or just any other killer, think it's better than 1X, you can think that. You're wrong, but you can think that. And then, Rejuvenate of the Rotten, I think it's called. It's pretty decent. It can catch survivors off guard, and it also just gives you a speed boost if you need it. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. And yeah, that's about it for 1X. That's about it. Cool Kid. I couldn't bother to get any footage of Cool Kid for this video, if I'm being honest. I don't want to waste my time. He's actually pretty good. He's better than Jason, in my opinion. And Noli. Corrupt Nature is pretty decent. It's not the best long range move, but it's alright. Punch has terrible range, but it's not bad. Walk Speed Override is amazing if you know how to hit it. Pizza Delivery is pretty trash. Corrupt Nature and Walk Speed Override are just the best abilities in his tool set. But in general, he's not a bad killer. And yeah, he's actually very decent if you know what you're doing. Especially if you know what you're doing, he's very good. And yeah, that's about it for Cool Kid. I've seen good Elliots, but I'm not a good Elliot. If you are a good Elliot, respect to you, but I cannot play Elliot. Yeah, that's about it for Elliot. So, yes, Noli, the person I wasted my 1,000-something dollars on. His stab is pretty bad. It needs more range. Nova is like decent, but it's not really good. Void Rush is kind of hard to hit for some reason. I find it harder to hit than Walk Speed Override. And Observant, it really just doesn't do much for me. If you're a good Noli, respect to you. But yeah, I don't really mess with Noli, to be honest with y'all. And yeah, that's about it for this one. And yeah, that's about it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, like and subscribe. And without further ado, that is part 1 of my Forsaken characters tier list. Yeah, I will probably make a part 2. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe because I'm homeless. Ah!